So I was literally in the middle of recording a video. You're probably going to see it already. But in the middle of recording a video, FedEx showed up because I got a package. So without further ado, let's see what's in the box. Yeah, okay. We haven't done one of these in a while. All right, so after I open these up, I gotta show my family because it's hard doing what it's in the box videos for you all, and then they want to see it as soon as it comes out the box too. So technically I see them first, they see them second, and y'all see them last. But in the order of me recording, I see it first, y'all see it second, they see it last. So if that makes y'all feel any better. Here we go. Let me put this down. Don't want to cut myself. So as always, we start off with the stickers. So these dragons came from Bucket List Reptiles. I followed him for a very long time, and I just never pulled the trigger on buying anything. I think I've actually inquired about multiple dragons before. Maybe not multiple dragons, maybe one or two dragons, but I've never actually pulled the trigger on anything. It's just, I guess he was either bad timing or it was just not the right dragon for me. But if you all remember earlier this year, I said that I was going to try to get hypo out of my red dragons just to make them look more dark red than cherry red. And if I get hypo reds, no big deal. But you saw that I got a 50% red monster prior to, I think it was probably 2 months ago. And she was double het hypo translucent. So that's actually the route I'm trying to go. If I get hypos, great. If I don't get hypos, fine as well. But the goal is to get hypo out of the reds, not entirely, but to reduce the possibility of getting hypo red. So that is what I got. I got some not red monsters. God, there's so many red monsters out there. Every time you hear a red, you think of red monsters. Every time I talk to my wife about a red dragon, she keeps thinking it's red monsters too. There's so many red monsters out there. They're everywhere. You can't even search up a red bearded dragon without red monsters popping up. So without further ado, let's go look at these dragons. And I think they're pretty dope, at least from the pictures. I haven't seen them in person yet, obviously, but let's look at them. I'm always very appreciative of anyone that sends a large bearded dragon in a snake bag. And I know you're probably like, why would they put a lizard in a snake bag? Because these are actually better for them than containers whenever they're shipping them this big. So that's why I appreciate it. Now, obviously you can get a container that's big enough for a bearded dragon. However, it's not necessary because they can be shipped in this. Now, babies, always prefer shipping babies in containers just because if for some reason the box goes upside down and the baby can flip itself a lot better in a container than they can in a bag, versus an adult has a little bit more strength, so they can flip themselves inside the bag. That's why I don't ship babies inside snake bags, but adults, I prefer shipping them in snake bags. So let's open the first one up. Both of these are females. I don't know if I already mentioned that. So 2 females in this box. Both of them are red. And first one, looking good already. Don't bite me. I'm sticking my hand in the bag. Gotta warn them. All right, here comes the first one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a nice dragon. Needs some nail trimming, but that's a nice dragon. Honestly, I don't ever cut my dragon snails unless they are absurdly long. I usually let them file themselves down in the enclosures, but this is a very, very nice dragon. We're going to show you, I don't know why I keep saying we. I'm going to show you in the photo box what these dragons look like in the better lighting and everything, but these are very, very nice dragons. So, all right. Second bag. Feels like a smaller dragon. Not as heavy as the first one, which is fine. These are siblings. They are related. Same clutch, as far as I remember. March of this year. And he said they just grew tremendously fast. Tremendously? Yeah, that works. They grew very fast. So they are pretty big already. Considering I have some dragons from like May, and they're not far off, but they are not nowhere near this big. They, in terms of length, they're not far, but weight, they're not the same size. So get some of this trash off of me. This is the other dragon. I chose this one because it has some blue barring. And the male that she's going to be going to also has some blue barring. So that'll be a nice little combination there. But these are the two dragons. I'll show you better in the photo box, but you know that for me anyways, the head shape is crucial. So I'll show you in the photo box. So let's go look at them right now and see what they look like in the photo box. Oh my, oh my. Look at these dragons. Jeez Louise. So, all right, let's talk about head structure. I brought it up, I mentioned it. What is head structure? Head structure for me means that the eyes do not bulge out. So that means the eyes are perfectly in their head. And by bulging out, all right, so come on, you gotta focus a little bit on me. There you go. So the one on the left there has a little bit more eye bulge coming out of the head, but not enough to where I'm saying, you know, it's eye bulge. And the one on the right is perfectly flat, like it's curved with the head. It doesn't curve outside of the head, I guess I should say. But either way, both of these have really good head shape. And then on top of the head, they have the triangular look. And if they were to have the eye bulge that I keep talking about, and really the eye bulge, if you think in terms of frogs, frogs have eye bulges that they protrude out of the head. And I do not like dragons that have eye bulges like that. The curvature of the head is the way the eyes are supposed to follow. In my opinion, if they look like they're frogs, then they are not good for breeding, in my opinion. So that is the structure in terms of head. And obviously, these girls are a little bit overweight. That's something we'll have to worry about as they grow older, but not enough for me to say that they have issues. Like you can't. There's a little bit of, you know, belly fat hanging out the sides there under the arm, but you can't really tell too much fat on the tail there. This one, on the other hand, has a little bit extra fat on the tail, but she is the heavier one, as I've already mentioned. So my camera keeps trying to focus, but it's not doing a very good job. So there you go. Beautiful, beautiful dragons. As always, if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that I put out in the future. As always, peace.